Oh boy, I'm gonna put my foot in some asses today, baby. All right, so today, guys, we're here to talk about the 10 categories of women. Okay, guys, said previously that I wasn't gonna do it, but I changed my mind. So these are the categories that we put women in. And in the video, when I was taking my notes, I was amazed at how much the categories we put women in is dictated by how many options we have. Right? When I do my list, you'll see the difference in how guys who perceive themselves as having a lot of options versus guys who perceive themselves as not having a lot of options. Okay? And somewhere in the middle is guys who just they don't care about sleeping around, and they have options, right? But they don't really, it's not their thing. They just kind of like in the middle. All right. They sort of like an independent. All right. So let's just get into this, guys. Number one category men put women in is trash. And unfortunately for us men today, there's a lot of women in this category. A whole lot of women in this category. Now, one thing that has changed about me over the years is back in the day when all I cared about was frivolous sex. Back in the day, when I say back in the day, 3 years ago, right? You thought I was talking about 20 years ago. Oh, no. About 3-4 years ago. About 3-4 years ago, I said, you know what? Pretentious women just, like, if it be when some women I see on social media or some women I see on dating apps, and the pretentiousness is coming through the pics. I'm just looking at the women and I'm just like, she looks and smells. She's dripping pretentiousness. I cannot stand that shit, guys. She's one of those white cloth bitches that she got to put white gloves on to drink a cup and all that. Guys, I can't deal with that no more. Okay, guys? But aside from that, what I refer trash is too ratchet, too slutty, too attention seeking, what I call ratchet. I no longer, back in the day, I told you guys, 20 years, now this has been a long time ago now before I would fuck this. 20 years ago, I would fuck ratchet hood bitches that were fine, right? They be fine as hell, but ratchet with blonde hair, and I'm talking about black bitches now, with blonde hair, gold tooth, finer than all outdoors now, but tattoos all over the body and shit, nice shape. Talking about some what's up shawty and all this little ratchet ass shit. Now fine now, don't get me wrong, fine. But just ratchet as hell. Hood as hell. And so me today, as being a man in his 40s, I don't care how fine you is. If your ass too pretentious, if your ass is too ratchet or too masculine, ratchet is hood, or too masculine, I do not have time. You know, once upon a time, I used to fuck masculine bitches too. You know, I would bite my tongue and just say, you know what? I'm just going to bite my tongue, fuck a couple times, and dick it down and toss it to the side of the road. I ain't dicking shit down and tossing shit to the side of the road no more. Y'all don't even hear me say that shit no more, do it. Because back in the day, I used to fuck intolerable bitches and then toss them to the side of the road. I don't even got time to be dealing with old masculine, hard-headed ass bitches no more. Old pretentious ass bitches who think they walk on clouds and shit. I don't have time for that bullshit. So, my number one category is trash. I don't deal with trash anymore. Period. All right? Next, category one, friend. Now, we men, we do have friends sometimes with women. The category one friend is the friend that even if she wants to fuck you, you don't want to fuck her. Basically, you just don't find her attractive. You like her. She's cooler than all outdoors, but she's unattractive. She's a Amy. It's certain names of girls that just seem like they never find, right? Like Amy. Don't that just sound like a big fat white bitch? That just sound like some 300-pound fat white bitch. I don't know. I know y'all guys probably know some. I know that girl, Amy Weinstein, or someone, she was a singer. I think she was a attractive. I can't even remember. I think she passed away. She had a couple songs with Nas and stuff. But usually 99.9% of the time, if you meet a bitch named Amy, ain't that bitch ugly? No, you know what? That ain't ugly. Bitch is fat. Most guys, if a woman is in decent shape, even if she's ugly, you could fuck that bitch. I can fuck an ugly bitch if she was just in decent shape. Like, this is just me, and to me, Cardi B is ugly. But I can fuck her. Now, she is ratchet, but I'm just talking about from a physical aspect. Let's just say I put some tape over her mouth and I didn't hear her talk, period. And I just looked at her. To me, she's ugly. But at least her body is decent. I could fuck the ugly bitch. But but a fat bitch can't get no dick. Now I know listen. I know there's a hierarchy of men. And some of you guys ain't got it like me. And so you might have to stoop with the flubber. But for me, I'm not fucking no fat bitch. This ain't got nothing to do with me being seen with her and her lowering my sexual market value or nothing like that. This ain't got shit to do with this. This is for my self-respect. This is to keep me from self-deleting at night. If I go fuck some 350-pound bitch, bad things might happen. And I couldn't live with myself. So this ain't even got nothing to do with, I be seen with her. I ain't got shit to do with that. This is for me to be able to sleep at night. Seriously, this is about my integrity. Period. All right, guys? But she's cool. So typically, guys, guys hit me up and they say, hey, AMS, you think I ought to be friends with this fat girl? And people might think that we dating. Listen, guys, when you develop a reputation, people pretty much know what's your type, right? And I'm talking about people you see. I don't give a fuck with some stranger in the mall that I'm never gonna see again, or some dude or some people at the football game that see me with some fat chick. So if by that logic, if I got a fat female family member and people don't know that this my sister or my cousin or my niece, by that logic, I shouldn't be seen with them in public. I don't care what some Joe Blow that I'm gonna never see again that sees me somewhere out at the mall or somewhere with some fat chick that might think that I'm dating a fat chick. Who cares what that motherfucker think? But I do understand you caring about your peers and the people you see on a regular basis. I do get that. I do understand. But people pretty much get a grasp on the type of women you date, the quality of women you date. If you're an incel motherfucker, they might think that. So it might be something you want to consider. But if you're a guy and you dated, consistently 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s, and they see you with this 2 or 3, they'll know that must be his girlfriend. Guys, people know it with girls. If you are, let's say this girl is just super bad, hot, stylish, and let's say you're a dude who you okay looking, but you dress like a bum. And everybody knows this girl, she fucks with dudes of high quality, high caliber. Everybody who knows her gonna know this is her friend. Because they know the type of dude that she fucks with. that she don't fuck with dudes that look like you or dress like you or whatever. So you don't have to worry about that. On the other, but if you an incel, I don't know. Half the motherfuckers might think you a little zesty. So I don't know. Okay? You might want to look into that. You might want to watch out for that. Number 3, guys, category 2 friend. This is when you want to slide in the back door. Now, for all you guys who don't know, going in the friend zone is a strategy. It's not a punishment. It's a strategy. It's a poorly planned strategy, but it's a strategy. Guys, y'all guys, like we go and say, you in the friend zone, Y'all guys got to understand, this motherfucker trying to do a flank. Y'all know in the military, you got to go around the back. You try to surround the motherfucker. This is a strategy. Watch out flank. He trying to outflank that motherfucker. Yeah, sometimes you can't, everything can't be in a dead on center. Sometimes you can't fight the military straight on. You got to go around the back. Damn right. There ain't nothing wrong with going in the friend zone. It's a poorly planned strategy, but it's a strategy. It's not the most optimal strategy, but it's a strategy. So you say, hey, you try to approach a girl, it don't work, but she like your personality, you like her personality, you say, okay, I'm gonna play this bitch friend, and I'm gonna wait my time. The issue with going in the friend zone is that your strategy for getting the booty is wrong. Not going in the friend zone is wrong. See, you're thinking that if she got to know you better and y'all hung out more, that you would get a chance. That's the flaw in the strategy. The hypothesis of the whole strategy is not wrong. It's your underlying strategy that's wrong. Your personality is not the issue. It's the sexual market value that's the issue. So you went in the friend zone, cool. But how you're trying to go about getting the booty inside the friend zone is wrong. Hanging out with her at the mall and eating ice cream and on the phone, listening to her talk about the dude she fucking and being a listening ear, there is the wrong strategy. What you should be doing is raising your sexual market value. i.e. getting your body right, getting your fashion right, improving your sexual charisma, be more relaxed, more confident, right? That increasing your resources. That's how you get out the friend zone. Let her see you with a couple of dimes. Oh, I bet her interest go up real quick. Let her ass see you with a couple of dimes. I bet you look a whole lot better, baby. A whole lot better. Start dating a dime and see what start happening. She ain't all that. How you and your new girlfriend doing? Oh yeah, I done got all that before, baby. Oh, where y'all went Friday night? Oh, she jealous now. Oh yeah. You look a whole lot better, boy. You went out and got you a 9 or 10? Oh boy, you looking real good. Okay, well you and your little girl gone on then. Well, y'all gone on with y'all bad self then. Okay, I just forget all about little me. Oh yeah, I heard all that before, baby. I heard all that. That's how you get out the friend zone. Pull up in that Ferrari. Blow another one. Hey girl, it's me, I'm out here. That's you. I guarantee you, you look a whole lot better sitting in that Ferrari. Woo, boy, you look better now. Like you got a facelift. Drop about 30 pounds and put on about 15 pounds of muscle. Do that. See what happened to you. But if y'all want me to rank them in the friend zone, if y'all want me to rank them, I would say the pre-selection aspect, the girl first. I'll see you with a hotter girl. Your resources second, which is probably more probable, right? The resources part, because you probably wouldn't, if you was hitting bad chicks like that to begin with, you probably wouldn't even be in the friend zone to begin with, right? But, things happen, whatever. But resources is usually resources and improving your image. Those are usually going to be the top. And the sexual charisma. The body thing, unless you're just really unattractive, the reason with the body thing is, while it helps, the issue is she's kind of already saw you when you wasn't that. And so when somebody, typically speaking, it's sort of like, say Amy, 350 pounds, say that fat bitch lost, I don't know, 150 pounds, 175 pounds, got down to 175, right? In your head, you still, that bitch was fat though. Like in your head, it's like, I'm still fucking a fat bitch, right? That's the thing with the body thing, is that it's hard for somebody to get around what you was when they met you. Like you kind of still that, even though you might have changed your body and got in shape and stuff like that. They still see you as that chubby motherfucker or that skinny motherfucker. That's typically how it works. Now it can change, right? And it damn sure don't hurt. And it a damn sure improve your sexual charisma if you feel sexy. But that's typically the way it works. Once somebody have a perception of you, your body and shit like that, it's hard to change that perception. They think of you as that little chubby motherfucker. All right, guys. All right. Next, guys, prospect. This is when you're dating, right? This is when, now, to get into the aspect of men with options and men without a lot of options, men with a lot of options, they go on date with the intentions of getting sex. Men without a lot of options go on the dates with the intentions of finding a girlfriend. It's a different psychology there. A man that's looking for a relationship is his mindset is in the wrong place. It tells you a lot about that person. It tells you that he's not complete as a man. A man's natural instinct is not to look for a relationship. It's to spread his seed far and wide as he can do it. Far and wide as he can do it. That's how a man, your natural hard wiring is. The only reason it wouldn't be that if something in your life is incomplete. Men are hardwired to be the best versions of ourselves so we can attract the hottest, as many hot women as we can to procreate with. That's the way we're hardwired. We're not hardwired to be sitting around looking for a wife. That's not how we are hardwired. That man is not have a lot of options. So if you date with the intentions of finding a girlfriend, that should tell you a lot about yourself. There's nothing wrong with being open to a girlfriend. Don't understand what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being open to a wife. The problem is when you go on a date with the intentions of finding a girlfriend or finding a wife. That should not be your intentions. Your intentions, a man's natural intentions, should be to have sex. The woman's qualities is what makes a man say, whoa, wait a minute. I might want to actually keep this motherfucker. That's how a man with options thinks. He goes out with the intentions of to have sex, and the woman's qualities, even for me, I go out with the intentions of having sex, and the woman's qualities, I let that dictate me keeping companionship. I don't go on dates seeking companionship. Even though I don't seek relationships, I let the woman's quality, let her dictate as I'm going to keep her around for companionship. I value companionship. It's the same thing as a relationship without a commitment. But I don't seek companionship. I seek sex. Y'all guys get that? I seek sex, and I let the woman, what she brings to the table, as far as personality-wise, feminine energy, all that dictates whether I'm going to keep her around for companionship. But next, that would be prospect, just dating. Next, guys, category 3 friend. This is when the bitch been acting up. This is when the bitch been demoted. Now, sometimes she might have never been promoted. It's sort of like, you know, how you get a job sometimes and you could be demoted from that job. But sometimes in that job, the job just deem you as you can't move up. They'll never consider you for the supervisor position. They see no supervisory qualities about you. You ain't nothing but a machine operator. You ain't nothing but a forklift driver. They see nothing in you that say, hey, you know, he'll make a good supervisor. Nope. He'll make a good maintenance supervisor. No. You late. You don't do good work. You miss days. Got a bad attitude. So sometimes you could have had good qualities at the beginning, got the big head, then developed bad qualities because your ass got too comfortable and got demoted. But sometimes you ain't even got to get demoted. Sometimes your ass just was shit from the get-go. You came in the door shit. And the job knew from the first month. This motherfucker ain't never, he can work here 20 years. He'll never be a shift supervisor. He'll never be. He barely keeping his job. If we ain't have no union, I'll fire his ass right now. That's what that is right there. Category 3 friend. That's what that is right there. That's when you have a bitch that's been acting up and you say, bitch, you know what? You don't say this. I'm glad I brought this up. You don't say this. You don't get on the phone and say, hey, you've been demoted. You don't do that. No. No. You just pull back. She might was getting 2 days. Now you get 1. Maybe you was getting 1. Now you see me twice a month. That's friend with benefits. That's how that works. You had guaranteed days. Now it's whenever I feel like it. It's whenever I feel like getting my dick sucked on a random day. I hit your ass up. Hey, you free Thursday? Yeah, cool. Boom. No more guaranteed days. No. So you don't say nothing. Your actions say it. Next, guys. Friend with benefits. No commitment. No nothing. No dates. Friend with benefits. No expectations of seeing each other. None of that. That go on both parts. You might see her once a month. You might see her once a week. It's just however you feel. She don't get no guaranteed days. Y'all don't talk on the phone. Y'all just hit each other out the blue. There's no, hey, good morning, how's your day going? It's a, hey, how your week going? You free for drinks on Friday or something like that. Boom. And it's sex. Come over. That's friends with benefits. Typically, not all the time, typically friends with benefits is both parties are seeing have a significant other, or at least one party has a significant other, because y'all really can't be seen in public. And that's how you get relegated to friend with benefits. And it's understood. Now all the time, sometimes you could just, y'all could just have awesome sex and both of y'all just cool with that. And that's what it is. But usually that's not the way it works, friends with benefits. Because usually if you want to see them like that and the sex is good, usually the man would want to see the woman more, at least once a week, at least just for the sex. He would at least make a rotation piece just for the sex, right? Now, you could have a woman that you don't like her personality. She might be a little masculine, that, you know, but she's always down to fuck. But typically that's not the way it works. Because if you think about it, if you have a masculine woman, as her affection for you grows and her respect for you grows, she can get feminine. That's typically the way it works. Usually a woman that you put in the friend zone, if you friend zone her and she sees that she been demoted and you ain't seeing her like that, that'll put her ass back in position. That's usually the way it works. And so a friend with benefits is typically, whether the woman has told you or not, it's typically somebody has a relationship or both parties have a significant other. It's something to that effect. It don't really work where two people are enjoying the sex and they don't want to see each other on a consistent basis. I do understand that, you know, the personalities might not be all the way there, and it might just be fuck buddies type thing, right? But typically from the man's point of view, if the sex is on point, he's gonna want to at least give you one day a week to fuck you every week. That's typically the way it works, unless you can't do it because you have a significant other. If I meet a girl and the sex is good and I want to fuck her like that, usually I'm gonna want at least once a week. At least I'm gonna want it once a week. So if I haven't promoted her to at least a rotation piece, she must have a funky ass attitude, or me or her has a significant other. Next, guys, rotation girl. This is when you see the girl, she gets a guaranteed see you spot, but no commitment. That's the thing. That's the thing with a rotation. That's what I do. You gonna guaranteed to see me every week, once or twice a week, but there's no commitment. Now here's the thing. Boys do what they can, men do what they want. Okay, guys? So, as a rotation girls, I am yet to meet a girl that's been in my rotation long enough that didn't have to try to make her power play to get elevated to a girlfriend status, to get exclusive. Men with options, men who perceive themselves having options, they don't cave under that. So if a girl's in a rotation, typically, guys, you're going about within 2 or 3 months, the girl is going to be pushing for exclusivity. That's what I've seen. Men with options don't cave and say, fuck it, you can go on. And men who don't have options tend to cave. That's what I've seen. Now, you do have men who, it's a couple of reasons why a man would be like that with a rotation. Either he's a man whore, like me, man whore that don't want to be with one woman, or he don't want to be in a relationship, not because he's a man whore, but because he have insecurity issues. And so you have some guys who, it's not that they're really whorish, but they deal with insecurity issues, like us trusting a woman. My thing to you guys is I'm a man whore. None of you guys should be rotation guys out of insecurity. If you're going to be a rotation guy, a non-exclusive guy, it should be coming from a place of, I just don't want to be with one woman, not from an insecurity issue. The insecurity is not about the women, it's about you. That's why I don't want it coming from an insecurity issue of trust issue, because it has nothing to do with the woman. It comes from your insecurity in yourself. See, when you know you have value, when you know what you bring to the table, that should not be a worry of you. My thing of not being in a relationship with a woman has absolutely nothing to do with me not trusting a woman or nothing like this right here. None of that. It simply has everything to do with me not wanting to fuck one fucking vagina. That's it. If I was past my man whore stage, which I think I never will, I have enough trust in my abilities to keep a woman engaged to where she wouldn't want to cheat. It's a risk analysis. It's sort of like when you know you have enough back. Do any of you guys think Savannah James, LeBron James' wife, would cheat on him? Do any of y'all guys think that? Do any of y'all guys think that Mackenzie Bezos would have cheated on Jeff before they got their divorce? No, they wouldn't. They would not cheat. It's too much at stake. So when you have value, see, when you look at yourself and you say, I can see my woman cheating on me because there's not much value here. Well, that's an insecurity in yourself. So you want to elevate yourself, your statue, your sexual market value to where the risk analysis is not worth it. Because we all do a risk analysis. In other words, if you're working at a job and the job pays $15 an hour and you're hanging out with your friends and they want you to smoke a blunt, but your job do random drug tests, you might say, hell no. But if you do a job and it pays $150 an hour, and you hold on, let me turn this alarm off, guys. Sorry about that. And the job pays $150 an hour, then you're going to be more inclined to say, fuck no. $15 a year. I did that wrong. $15 an hour, you might say, okay, no problem. Because the job don't pay that well. But the job pays $150 an hour. You're like, hell, fuck no. I'm losing my damn job. Because you do the risk analysis. If you do the $15 an hour job and you're a single man with no family, and one of your friends offer you to smoke weed, and your job does drug tests, and you might be like, okay, cool, no problem. But if you got 3 kids at home or 2 kids and a wife at home, you're like, fuck no. And that's how it is with women. It's a risk analysis. Same for you guys. For any of you guys, if you was to think to cheat on your wife, you're going to weigh the value that she brings to your life. Okay, if I get caught cheating, she going to take my kids. She's a good woman. She's perfect. You're going to weigh all that shit. All that weighs into it. On the other hand, if the bitch 300 pounds ain't worked in 8 years, you might take you a piece of side pussy because it's a risk analysis. So the point where I'm trying to tell you guys is you have to have enough trust in your value and what you bring to the table as a man, and that would rid your insecurity of a woman cheating on you. I hope I cleared that up. All right. But for me, I'm simply a man whore. I couldn't fathom sleeping with one woman. It would kill me. Could I do it now? Like I told you guys, I got a lot of things I'm working on this year, so I'm going to be sleeping with one woman. But I have the option. See? I have the option. Listen, my plan is to stay focused this year and next year and to just fuck with one woman stay. But I'm not bound to do that. I have the possibility. I have the player option to put my cape back on and get back in the game if I want to. Y'all guys get that? I have the option. Player option. So, all right. Next, guys. Girlfriend. You caving bitch. You cracked under the pressure. Oh, man. You couldn't. She broke you down. Now, I do understand there are some guys out there. If you just get tired of like, man, I'm over that. I want one girl. Cool, fine. I understand. Like, I want one girl exclusive. I got other options. I got bitches. Man, listen, I fucked 50 bitches last week. The options ain't a problem. I met my girl. That's where I want to be. I totally understand that. And I do get that. I do understand that if you got here and you date enough of this trash, then you just want to settle down. And I'm totally fine with that. But most guys, let's just be real, it comes from scarcity and you are lonely. Let's just call it what it is. Or you caved under the pressure. It typically don't work. That's typically the way it works. Funny how you rarely see guys like Tyrese, not Tyrese, he a pussy. What's his name? Future, Chris Brown. Funny how these guys, never seem to get tired of playing. They always just, they have rotation. They have main girls. They have the side. Amazing how they never just get tired of playing. Funny how that work, guys who have all these options like Drake and Leonardo DiCaprio. Just funny how they just never seem to get tired of playing. I wonder why that is. But I do understand you do have your Justin Biebers out there who do have options and want to. I do get that. I do understand that. And that's a maturity thing. I get that. As long as it came from that place, I'm perfectly fine with it. But girlfriend, that means she has some girlfriend qualities. She brought some value to your life. And the thing is this right here, guys. It's a risk analysis from us. So usually, if you're coming from a player perspective of having many options, the woman has to have a lot of good qualities for you to say, you know what, that's worth me turning in my player card for her. I'm talking about guys coming from the place of abundance. Guys coming from the place of scarcity is securing constant sex, a fear of going back to long droughts and all this and that and the other. And so you wanted to get a steady girlfriend. And, that's you. The best one to be in, guys, is the guy that came from a place of been there, done that, and I'm ready to settle down. And that's totally fine. Next guy, guys, common-law wife, common-law girl. This is when you live with a girl a long time and you've been able to stave off marriage. Sometimes you get lucky and you have a woman that don't care about marriage, don't care about securing the bag. You do have those women, but typically you're going to have women that push for it. Here's the thing with the common law that I've seen. Typically speaking, the woman don't have enough qualities to where you fear losing her. Because typically if the woman was drop dead gorgeous, feminine, and she had her own bag, her own money, typically even if a guy was against marriage, he wouldn't want to risk losing that. Typically. Unless he just had a whole bunch of, but this is the thing why I say he could be a guy that has a whole lot of options and a whole lot of beautiful options, but the odds of him getting all three of those in one woman is rare. It's hard to get a woman that's feminine, beautiful, and have her own money. So most guys who are open to being in a monogamous relationship, they would be open to getting married, particularly from a woman who had her own resources. So typically speaking, when a guy won't marry a woman, usually what she's bringing to the table, he doesn't fear losing enough. And typically what that's going to be, guys, is typically going to be how she caters to him and how hot she is to him. And the feminine energy. Usually the money is last. But if you get a woman that massages your neck, cooks for you, do all the small stuff, and she's hot, and she has good feminine energy, and she's pushing for marriage, she wants to be married. If most guys, if they went exclusive with the woman, they wouldn't mind going the extra mile and going and getting married to that woman. So usually she's lacking something there. Now I do know common laws and stuff say you're married and stuff. We can get into that in another video, but it's still a protection barrier over common law, over having it on paper. Like we can bicker all day about some states say common law is entitled to what the wife is. And we can have that debate, but at the end of the day, that's like saying a handshake is the same thing as a signed contract. It ain't. It ain't the same thing. Technically, guys, a handshake is a verbal agreement. And technically, if we're going to go by that, then that's supposed to hold up in court. That ain't the same thing as having it signed on the dotted line. So while some might say that verbal agreement is just as good as signed on the dotted line, it ain't. And while some might say common law is just like being married, it ain't. Fuck what you heard, it ain't. Because with that other shit, common law, and that handshake, you got to prove that that shit happened. We ain't got to prove shit. You see that? You see that signature right there? You see that John Hancock right there? That was you. Yeah, that was you right there. April the 10th, 1993. Yeah, that was you. You signed that right there with 8 witnesses. Yeah, you did that. You signed that. And 8 people signed right up under and say they saw it. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, I ain't verbal contract. Who? Where your witnesses at? What verbal contract? Y'all remember Jerry Maguire? He talking about my word is solid as oak. And what he did, turned right around and signed that contract with the other guy. Talking about my word is solid as oak. And last, guys, wifey. This is typically the woman that you found the one. Typically coming from a man of abundance. Coming from scarcity, she could have punked you into marriage. You're going to marry me or that's it. And you cave. But coming from a place of abundance, you had options and you wouldn't fear loss and you decided to make her wife. She had a lot of great qualities. She had qualities that you knew were rare and you probably couldn't replace. It's hard to find a good woman who's going to cater to you, who you find super hot, right? And even if she ain't all that hot, just the main thing with a woman is if she could be at least a 7 or 8 and cater to you real good and got that good feminine energy and y'all got a lot of compatibility, that'll do it. The being super hot is just icing on the cake. But that's typically what it takes for a man of abundance to get married. It don't take that from a man of scarcity and the woman punked him and he just caved in. All right, guys. So I hope y'all guys learned something from this. This is the 10 categories of women. All right, I'll get back with you guys later.